Last year was not a great year for Halo. There was a lot of hype surrounding Halo when Infinite launched in 2021. While the reception to Infinite was mostly positive at launch, there were plenty of aspects of the game people didn't like and plenty of features that were noticeably absent. However, with Infinite being a live service game, many of us, myself included, assumed these issues would be addressed fairly quickly. And yet, here we are at the start of a new year, and Infinite not only hasn't addressed a number of issues that the game launched with, but the issues 343 has addressed over the past year haven't really been adequately fixed. Despite that, a change in leadership at 343, an extremely positive reception to the long-awaited Forge mode, and a December update that came out of nowhere has a lot of people hopeful for Halo's future. So what does Halo need to have a rebound year in 2023? Let's find out. We'll start by briefly talking about the MCC because truth be told, I don't think 343 needs to do much of anything to it this year. The MCC is in the best place it's ever been in, and aside from some minor bug fixes here and there, I don't think the MCC needs a lot of new content. If it were up to me, I would redirect most of the resources going towards the MCC to Infinite because Infinite really needs all the help it can get. Speaking of Infinite, let's also briefly talk about Halo Infinite's campaign because it's also in a pretty good place all things considered, but it could still use some work. We did get some form of campaign co-op. Right now online co-op is in beta, and we got some new achievements to go along with it, but local split screen was cancelled. Local split screen was cancelled just before that leadership shakeup at 343, so it's possible that this new leadership group eventually reconsiders that decision, and hopefully they do reconsider since couch co-op has such an important legacy in Halo. Beyond that, we will see online co-op come out of beta sometime this year, and ideally, for me at least, we get some kind of campaign DLC announcement or acknowledgement as well. If Halo Infinite is going to be the main Halo game for the next decade, we're almost certainly going to get some kind of campaign DLC. Maybe expecting campaign DLC this year is a pipe dream. Realistically, if we get campaign DLC, I expect it'll be every 3 years or so, since that's the amount of time between mainline Halo games in the past. But I loved Infinite's campaign, and I'm just hoping to see a trailer or a teaser of any kind for some campaign DLC sometime this year. And that brings us to the big one, and the reason Halo has had such a rough 2022. Halo Infinite's multiplayer. This is where most of the criticism towards Infinite is directed, and for good reason. For as great as the core gameplay is, Infinite launched without a lot of key features that people expected or features that didn't really work at all. I don't have any inside knowledge, but I suspect that Forge and campaign co-op took up a lot of time and resources at 343, and my hope is that as those features get established over the coming weeks and months, we get fixes for the problems that have plagued Infinite since it launched. I'm really looking for fixes for desync, the broken custom games in theater, a reworked monetization model for the armor cores and coatings, and the addition of key features like a progression system as well as new maps and modes. I can't believe we're here over a year after launch and we still don't have Infection. Did you learn anything from Halo 5? The winter update for Infinite has been amazing so far, and what 343 has shown off from Season 3 looks pretty good too. Season 3 for Infinite is scheduled to launch sometime in March, so either Infinite is about to turn a corner and become a competent live service, or we're going to be in real deep trouble. But despite the last 12 months of evidence to the contrary, I still have hope for Halo Infinite, if only because I have to at this point. But those are just my thoughts. Of course, let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching, like the video if you made it this far, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.